Dear student, we have seen that the compounds which are polar in nature, they dissolves in polar solvents. For example, if we think about naphthalene and anthracene, they can be easily dissolved into the benzene or chloroform, but naphthalene and anthracene cannot be easily dissolved into the water. So now let us look at the different processes. The first process that we need to understand is known as dissolution. When solute is added to the solvent, concentration of solute increases into the solution. This process is called dissolution. Now we'll understand the process which is opposite to dissolution, which is also known as crystallization. Solute particles in solution collide with undissolved particles of solute and get separated out of solution. This process is called crystallization. Remember that in case of saturated solution, crystallization is better understood. So that is why whenever we want to do crystallization, we take a saturated solution. Now, saturated solution is a kind of solution which is having the maximum amount of substance dissolved into the solvent. Now we'll understand separately about the solubility of a solid in a liquid. Ionic and polar solutes dissolves in water. Let us understand dissolution again. Solid solute when added to solvent, solute particles goes into the gap of solvent, that is liquid, and their concentration is increased in the solution. This process is called dissolution. Now we'll understand crystallization. Crystallization can be easily understood in case of the solid in liquid solution. When dissolved particles in solution collide with undissolved solid particles and get separated out of the solution, this process is called crystallization. Remember, my dear students, for crystallization we need to have the saturated solution. Now let us understand this process with some formula or with an equation. Let us look at this. We have an equation solute plus solvent that gives a solution. When solute goes into solvent, this process is known as dissolution. But from solution, when the solute particles collide with the undissolved particles and get separated out of solution, this process is known as crystallization. So this is how we understand the two opposite processes known as the dissolution and crystallization. Now let us try to understand solute solution equilibrium. After adding solute to the solvent, a stage is reached when both dissolution and crystallization takes place at the same rate. What does it mean? It means the number of solute particles going into solution will be equal to solute particles separated out. This is called solute solution equilibrium, which is a dynamic state. Now let us understand the saturated solution. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at the same temperature and pressure is called saturated solution. In saturated solution, there is maximum amount of solute dissolved in a fixed amount of solvent at given temperature and pressure. So, concentration of solute in a saturated solution is called solubility of solute. Remember, my dear students, this is the another definition of solubility, that The solubility is the amount of solute present into the concentrated solution. Thank you.